So the main idea with adding fractions is we need to have the same size pieces. Adding is counting, and to count, we need to count the same size pieces. So when we talk about a 1/4 fraction and a 1/3 fraction, I'm just going to draw this, sketch this in like this. So there's my, I'm going to draw this in thirds like this. Okay, so the 1/4 fraction I'm going to do in red. The 1/3 fraction I'm going to do in blue. Okay, when we add these together, what do we get? Well, we need a common denominator. So the common denominator in this case is, well, I'm going to do this in groups of 3 and 3 here. That's going to give me 3/12. So I'm going to split this up into groups of 3, groups of 3, groups of 3, groups of 3. So that's going to give me 3/12. For the 1/3 fraction, I'm going to do this in groups of 4. And this is going to give me 4/12. And it gives me the same size fraction. So if I divide this up into 4s, I get 4/12. So I'm going to do half and half to divide into 4. And this gives me 3/12 and 4/12. So that's going to give me a total of 7. And I don't change the denominator when I'm adding fractions. I'm just going to keep the denominator the same. And I'm going to do 7/12. So then my answer here is going to be in 1/12 pieces. And 3 of those pieces is going to be, 3 of those is going to be from the 1/4 fraction. And 4 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those is going to be from the 1/3 fraction. Okay, so that we end up with our 7/12 here. For this one here, if I do groups of 2 for 4, I'm going to have the same as my 1/8. So I'm going to do times 2 times 2. For the 1/8, well, I don't need to change that. I can just keep that as 1/8. So this is going to give me 6/8. And this stays as 1/8. So I'm just going to sketch that in. There's my 1/4 fraction. 1/8 I'm just going to divide into 2. So I end up with 1/8. That's my 1/8 fraction. My other one here, I started off with 3/4. So I'm going to divide this into quarters. And then doing in groups of 2, I'm going to make this into 1/8 fractions. So once I've done that, I know that 3/4 is going to be 6/8. So that's same as 3/4. Now that I have the common denominator, I can count or add. I'm going to add 6 plus 1 is 7. I don't add the bottom because the size of the fraction doesn't change. So then my final fraction is going to be 1/8 pieces. And 6 of those comes from my 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's 6. Okay, so that's 6. And then I have 1/8 added on, and that gives me my 7/8. So again, the main thing about adding or counting is we need to have a common denominator. We need to make the denominator the same. Okay, so that's a key idea. We need to do some kind of grouping to make the size of the fractions the same.